Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I caught some nice longs today on the first day of quarter four. I mean, yesterday was bank holiday. A low key move nice, I can't lie, but I did not trade that shit. So, let me get into it. Um, I entered off of just classic low time frame, AMD, PO3, whatever you want to call it. If you guys don't know what that is, it's accumulation or consolidation. And then you get a clear manipulation creating somewhat either IFVG, FVG. Then you wait for that inversion or tap into the FVG. And then that shit will rip distribution, New York session. I see it before 9:30 all the time. I see it before 10 a.m. Really good entry model. But I'm going to show you guys kind of how I just get into my day too. Yeah, I have a little checklist. First is bias. So I'll take my bias on the 4 hour and 1 hour also, but on the daily right here, we had this bearish candle, right? So what I do in my bias is, for bullish candles, I will expect for previous day high to get swept, and for bearish candles, I will expect for previous day low to get swept. So let's just start here. We have this bearish candle, previous day low gets swept, bearish candle, previous day low almost gets swept. Bullish candle, previous day high gets swept, previous day low gets swept, previous day high gets swept, previous day high gets swept, previous day low almost gets swept, previous day high gets swept. I don't know what that is, probably doji candle, but it has a wick, so previous day low gets swept. You guys get the idea. Down candle here, previous day low gets swept. Bullish candle here, previous day high gets swept. Bullish candle here, previous day high almost gets swept. Yeah, you guys get the idea. So day before yesterday, bank holiday, had this low candle expecting to take longs off that previous day low. Yep. And what I had on the 4 hour, I had well, first we had this liquidity here, right? And then we have this nice rejection block, also a 10 a.m. open, so that's really nice. So yeah, rejection block, 10 a.m. open. We actually end up sweeping this low and then just bottom ticking the fuck out of that shit. Also with this mitigated gap, where can I even? Yeah, we do tap this unmitigated FVG right here on the 4 hour. Good level. We actually ended up almost tapping the CE of that, but I didn't bottom tick this, so. And yeah, I mark out standard deviations before every trading day, so I have my SOM start of move, my LM last move, and my SPDV supporting deviations. Shout out NQ Euro, those are his concepts, not mine. And I will mark out London manipulation leg, usually on the 5 minute to 3 minute. I will mark this leg out to the candle bodies, not to the wicks. It just comes out more accurate somehow. It's just what I've seen. And then I'll mark out all of Asia session, but my indicator does that for me. Market profile by Joshu. But yeah, let me just show you guys what the SOM is here. And then, so the SOM is just a leg right before we have a CISD. And just expecting reversal. So you would mark this out to the wicks. I'm just going to mark it out here so I can show you guys how it will work, because you do need a little checklist for this. So I want an entry trigger at negative 0.5 and negative 0.618. So fair value gap, breaker block, equilibrium on the Fibonacci, order block even, volume imbalance even. Then I want to see negative 1s get respected. I want to see negative 2s get respected. I want to see negative 3 and negative 3.25 get respected, not negative 3.5. And then the zone of reversal is negative 3.5 to negative 4.75. I'm going to say this, never ever enter off these levels blindly. If you are going to, use them as take profits, but have some context. Add high time frame PD array, fair value gap to enter off these levels, preferably the 50% mark of them. Or add some order flow, maybe get a low entry off the DOM after you hit one of these levels. Yeah, and then our supporting deviations are just going to be our legs that are getting respected. So like this. And then our LM, last move, is just going to be the last swing before we run to that reversal deviation. Then we'll mark that out to get some nice stacked levels on deviations. And then same with this, like, look, we have this leg, changing the state of delivery. And then, yeah, you get the idea. We want to see -1s get respected, -2s get respected, -3s get respected, then hit our reversal zone. Hopefully aligning with the PD array. And yeah. And then my entries are just rejection blocks, volume imbalances, IFEGs, FEGs, the basic ICT concepts. And then I'll go into pre-market here. On the 3-minute preferably. And then I'll just use PB trading strategy, basically just pre-distribution inverse. I'm gonna want to see accumulation before New York Open at 9:30. So we do have this swing low, this nice engineered liquidity. All right. Here's the entry model right here. We have our accumulation zone, our manipulation zone, which created a nice IFEG in a sweep of this engineered liquidity, also tapping value area low, hitting that 4-hour gap, sweeping some other daily engineered liquidity, and then we're just gonna wait for our distribution. So what am I gonna enter off that? The IFEG or this rejection block? So whatever gets hit first. I'm gonna say this gets inversed, so I'm just gonna enter longs here. Stop. I'm gonna risk a tight 300 because we want high RR. And then take the distribution. And then look, we have a little change in the state of delivery. I'm going to mark this out to the candle bodies. Where's my entry trigger? Honestly, this breaker block right here, that gets swept, that's my entry trigger if I was on the higher time frame. Or this FEG on the 3-minute. Okay, this is not really an FEG, but I'm going to use this breaker as the entry model, also with equilibrium being right here. Yep, -1s get respected. I'm going to hit TP at -2s. That's what I usually will take. And yeah, boom. Played out really nicely. Bought at 8.7. Wherever that is. 8.7. And took it up to 219. We had about a 16-point stop. 1 to 8 RR. Perfect model. And we caught the distribution to the upside. Take profits at -2. Usually get a reaction, and we did get a reaction off -2s and -3s. And we have full reversal off -3. So yeah, that was a valid trade. It's just what I use, what I do for NQ. I have different entry models for gold, usually just using breaker blocks, but yeah, this simple model. Shout out PB Trading, shout out NQ Euro. None of these are my concepts. I'm just showing you guys how this shit works, and this happened literally today. And yeah, that's literally it. See you guys.